Hello Yellow Jackets fans, this is Elijah, and I'm going to do a brief introduction here before we get to the main video. So as many of you know, I am a huge Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets football fan, and my favorite player to have ever donned Georgia Tech's white and gold is Reggie Ball. For folks who don't know, I started watching football in 2002, specifically the Georgia Tech-Georgia game. And Reggie didn't play in that one, and I wasn't really paying attention to the game itself because I was a little kid. But I was paying attention to the gold helmets of Georgia Tech. That's what initially drew me in. And then the following season, Reggie's freshman season, is when I really got invested in Georgia Tech. And of course, once Calvin Johnson came, it was full-on Georgia Tech. I love Calvin as well. But anyway, Reggie Ball is the player who brought me into my Georgia Tech fandom. And a few years back, I decided to do a highlight film of some of my favorite Reggie Ball memories because I feel like he doesn't get enough credit. A lot of people like to take, the 49 games he started and narrow it down to 4, okay? And I feel like that's kind of ignorant to do because he made a lot of great memories at Georgia Tech in those other 45 games, So I like to look at his career as a whole, not just 4 games. But anyway, I made this highlight tape, not thinking anything of it, posted it on YouTube, and it actually ended up getting linked to a Reggie Ball article that was put out by Kelly Quinlan. So I'm going to tag him in this as well because I am actually redoing the highlight tape, and that's what's going to come after my little introduction here. But I'm making this, again, just to share the memories and to thank Reggie Ball personally for all the memories, that he helped create at Georgia Tech. And for me, it wasn't just the fact that he was a really awesome football player and an exciting football player. It was the way he played the game. He wasn't a huge football player. He was 5'11", I believe. But he didn't care how big his opponents were. He was going to do whatever it took to try to get a victory for Georgia Tech. And I always appreciated his tenacity, and I appreciated the guts in which he played the game with. And for me, whenever I decided to play football, I tried to mimic my game a little bit after his with being tenacious and gutsy. And now as an adult in my business dealings with my own small business, I try to do that same thing. So even though I've never met Reggie, hopefully someday I will, he kind of taught me something, if you get what I'm saying. So this highlight tape is for Reggie Ball and everybody who's ever been affected by the way he plays the game. If you've loved the way he plays the game, I hope you will enjoy this video. If you're hearing about him for the first time, man, he was a hell of a quarterback for Georgia Tech. And I hope you enjoy this one because this one is 4-1. Thanks, Reggie.
Reggie Ball in the mosh pit after an upset win against Auburn. They got that win because he ran the ball well and passed it deep.
You don't see this kind of throw very often on Sundays. This is a deep post corner route. Logan, third string wide receiver, and what a catch. I mean, he lays out, cradles the football, and you can't bottle that enthusiasm. A true freshman.
How good is Reggie Ball? We'll talk to the opposing coach, Bobby Bowden, about him.
Well, to me, he's played his first 2 ball games like he was not a true freshman. He's played them like he might be a junior, And now here's the thing about it. Can you do it every Saturday? For a freshman, if he's like the freshman I started, great game, poor game, great game, poor game, great game, poor game, Now, if he keeps that up, that's going to be a wonder Heisman his first year.
And if there's any doubts whether Reggie Ball has a big enough arm to play at this level, watch this come back out. He comes out free, the blocking solid up front, and look at the placement on that football. Outside pocket catch. He's working against a very aggressive cornerback in McFadden. And I'll tell you what, Reggie Ball is throwing the football right now like a big-time college quarterback.
P.J. Daniels, single setback for Georgia Tech. It's tied at 17. Here's the first play. Naked reverse. This is Reggie Ball. He's at the 5, leaps into the end zone.
Georgia Tech head coach Chan Gailey.
Probably the best quarterback in the nation. He is playing phenomenally well at this point. And I have a great deal of respect for the way he prepares and plays the game. He looks like Marino to me on the field. He's got that wide stance, he's got that knee brace on his left knee, and he sees the field well and he's got a quick release. I see a lot of that in him.
And when you say Marino, I say competitiveness and accuracy. Now his counterpart is that young man in your screen, Reggie Ball. He's young, he's inexperienced, but boy is he exciting. You don't know what you're going to get, but it could be the whole package.
And now they're in Wolfpack territory again. First excursion resulted in a missed field goal. All along, Smith, touchdown, Georgia Tech. Second down and goal. Here's the flat pass, and it is touchdown, Georgia Tech. Nate Curry.
That is flat out nasty. This kid does not play like a freshman today. I mean, we may pull that Clemson tape out and talk about it. Now you watch it. It all starts at the move. You got to create some space off the line. Defensively, you got to try to find the ball. He couldn't. To stretch out the ball is right where it had to be. Good catch and score for the Yellow Jackets.
Curry to the top side, Smith to the bottom. Double tight end set. One of them, Darius Williams, will step off. Here's ball up to the middle, headed for the end zone. Maddox tracks him down, but not in time. Georgia Tech scores again.
Well, Reggie Ball's not 6 feet. He's small. But look at him hang in the pocket as DeQuell Jackson knocked him down. And his receiver out of a town with one caution light in southern Georgia, Argyle, Georgia, Jonathan Smith, the pride of Argyle, puts Tech on top.
As the Ramblin' Wreck brings it out, they're going to hang their hats and their helmets on a freshman, Reggie Ball.
Reggie Ball, the quarterback that has taken every snap this year, unquestionably will be the player of the year, the freshman player of the year in the conference, but he needs a running game to help him against that tough Georgia defense today.
It's been an up and down season for Tech because of some young people at some very important spots, but he's a fun one to watch.
He's going to roll this time to try to find a lane to pass, and now comes back the other way looking for blocks. He got a couple. Reggie Ball down the sideline, and then gives a what for on Bruce Thornton. Uh-oh, it's heating up now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Well, we were told that Ball is kind of a feisty guy, and you saw it right there. He could have gone out of bounds, and he could have saved his throwing arm. He just hits him with his throwing. Comes all the way back to the other side. Now this is the way you beat good defenses. The unpredictability of the quarterback that can run with his legs.
You don't see many endings to quarterback runs that look like that one.
One day after a practice in 2004, before the critics chirped and before the game-winning pass, Reggie Ball made a fan that changed his perspective on any doubt he would receive.
I would play catch with him. I would catch up with him. Keep in constant contact with him, but I mean, it was just a fan that wanted to say, hey, you know, I got this situation going on, but that's not going to stop me from asking one of my favorite players to play catch.
7-year-old Carter Martin had battled Ewing sarcoma for just over a year. A huge Georgia Tech fan, Carter got the chance to play catch with his hero inside Bobby Dodd Stadium.
What he did that day with nobody else around, I think that speaks a lot about his character, because that's what character is. You know, what are you doing when the lights are off? So, pretty special guy in our family.
A few months later, the Jackets played Clemson in Death Valley. Carter, now with just days to live, watched with his family as Ball led the comeback.
Throwing to Thomas in the end zone, one-on-one. He got it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Great concentration by Thomas. Reggie's looking for it. Wants him on the top. Caught the ball.
He fought his dad to stay up and hear the last play on the radio.
Ball from under center. Sets, throws. Johnson's there. It is touchdown!
Touchdown! Calvin Johnson! Son of a gun!
Carter was pretty proud of his quarterback at that night. He was, and he knew he thought that was his buddy out there playing. I was being a Tech fan and was just about to give up, and Carter would not give up, and he held in there. And I just remember thinking that God wanted him to see this incredible victory. And we knew that the end was very near. It ended up being the next day. But what a special night that was.
It gives you that sense of gratitude, another perspective. It lets you know, man, everything can be over like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that kid's dream was to come out here and play catch with me. You know what I'm saying? So again, perspective and gratitude, it just highlights everything that goes along and every emotion that goes along with being just grateful.
So seeing that stance that they had, I thought, okay, maybe Carter's going to be an athlete like Reggie Ball. And I thought, wow, how great would that be? But, you know, as that story has unfolded and the man that Reggie is and the man that he's been to our family, that is what I would have liked to see Carter model. Is not his athletic ability, but who he is as a man.
I remember having that one conversation like, look, nobody can guard you. You're 6'4", 6'5". You can jump out the damn stadium. Do not let one person guard you.
Reggie had the confidence to throw the balls up to me, you know, and Reggie, I love Reggie, man. He'd be in that huddle. Hey, big fella, coming to you. First couple times, you're like, damn, okay. Everybody knows coming to me. All right, here we go.
Georgia Tech at the NC State 43. Blitz is on. Ball is back. Pass. Oh, what a catch! You talk about the playmaker, and Calvin Johnson went behind himself to get that one at the NC State 32.
No, he's got skills. Now watch him from this point on. Comes inside, flattens out, stops on a dime. You see, you get oh boy. That's why he's unique. Oh. He's unique. And if you're tired of hearing me ask about it, now you know why. There you go.
That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. If you see him catch the ball, the nose of the ball is up here. I know I got some critics out there that say I'm not a good quarterback, but I'm not that bad to where I can throw a ball and the nose of the ball is up here. All right? Hell of a catch.
Comes in motion here. As ball puts it up top in the middle for him. Great catch. Touchdown.
Flag direction job.
Full job.
Yes, okay.
As the head that flag
Yes,
direction.
okay. Because he's been an assistant before, right?
To Mike Garrett, USC, as Reggie Ball loads. Throws deep for Calvin Johnson, who can win it in the air. And he did again at the 24-yard line. A pickup of 51 yards. He is special.
I was finishing my thoughts. I'll finish him later.
Give Calvin an opportunity here.
Holy mackerel, this guy's something. Randy Moss was never this good.
Look how he just...
Look at that.
Not only the concentration to go up, but it almost looks like he's just jogging downfield. Just a nice light jog, and then he waits just to the right time to go right over the top of Diamond Ferry at 5'10".
And Diamond Ferry is not a bad football player. No. It's not like he's going against the sisters of the poor. The guy is a special player.
Two up on the edge. Reggie sets. He's going to throw the deep ball. Calvin Johnson's there. It is caught. Going out of bounds at the 1. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And the truth shall set you free.
Quarterback draw, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Reggie Ball, and Georgia Tech goes back on top. 16 yards as Kenny Phillips had a shot at him and could not make the tackle.
And anytime you run the quarterback run, you're going to have to get a great block from your tailback. He's going to go through and block Marcus Maxey, 24. I'm talking about the Sard choice. Right now, he becomes the lead blocker. It kind of is out of the screen right there, but excellent call. And again, Reggie Ball, last year hurt him with the quarterback run. That's the first time tonight, Ron.
Trying to make it a 4-point ball game, Travis Bell. And he does right down the middle. So 7:17 left in the third. New score. Georgia Tech 14 at the Hurricanes 10.
Second and goal. Georgia Tech at the Georgia 2. Opening drive of the ball game. They're going to throw a fade to the corner. What a catch! Touchdown!
Now you know why we've been talking about it. 78-yard opening march by the home team. And on second down, not afraid to throw it again. And there's number 21 doing what he does best. 7-0 Georgia Tech.
But I know that the offense is in good hands. I'm sure he's happy with the way things are going right now. Brent?
All right, Lisa, thanks a lot. Johnson breaks free. End zone ahead. Pushed out of bounds. That was Tom Zivakowski saving the touchdown. Big number 21.
And he gets a great block, Brent. in the open field by McNeil, number 8, the receiver. They chop the block in the strength of Calvin Johnson.
Great job by Chris Dunlop downfield as well, picking up blocks. These receivers from Georgia Tech and the active offensive line, these guys are committed up and now.
Choice is back as the running back. There's the fake. Johnson up in the air. Got a touchdown, Georgia Tech. Cannot stop number 21 on the fade when you throw the jump ball in the end zone. What a wide receiver.
We got the big receiver. What do they do here? Oh, it's ball, keeping, headed for the end zone and scoring, untouched. Calvin Johnson in the slot. Ball has plenty of time and fires down the field. Johnson collects it and heads to the end zone.
Thank you. Hey, boy, doing.
Yeah, that's true. There's Johnson on the receiving end. This ball just throws it up. The big guy gets it. Can he get to the end zone? Yes. That's the reason to keep watching, Herb Street.
And that's the Home Depot coaching adjustment at halftime.
The year on their third down conversions. Reggie Ball, play action to choice, jump pass, got it to Calvin Johnson. Johnson inside the 40, he might be gone. Johnson 20, down the sideline, they're not going to get him. Touchdown Georgia Tech, second of the day for number 21. 53 yards on the pass play.
The time Ball took it himself for the first time. Now a quick drop into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Calvin Johnson. Wow, does he... Ball trying to bust outside, follows his blockers into the end zone.
Paul's got him in both spots. Reggie back to throw, gonna go deep. Got James Johnson out there. Touchdown! He got it. I think Reggie's got a little more bounce in his step now. I told you he's having a tough time throwing the ball. They got great field position on the short punt, and they went for the home run, and it went over the fence right here.
Expose this ball about 60 yards, 65 yards. Is his feet in? Yep, I think it is.
Ball, time. Fade route. Johnson brings it in. Touchdown, Calvin Johnson. 25 yards. What a play in traffic. Tech has the first score of the night.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games.
Foul call. First down, Georgia Tech. Play action. Ball's got it. Reggie fires. Fade route. Look who's open. Johnson brings it in. Touchdown, Calvin Johnson and Georgia Tech. 43 yards. Where was the coverage? Second touchdown of the game for the future NFL star.
And Ball's engineered it well here. Second and goal. Reggie. Fade pattern. James Johnson. Touchdown. Left alone on the fade. A second touchdown of the game. 7 yards. And Georgia Tech inches closer to a big win on the road here tonight in Raleigh.
Half minutes to go in the ball game. Second down and goal as Johnson trots out as the lone wide out at the 1 yard line. Georgia Tech has never led. Ball to Johnson. They lead now. Touchdown.
Tell me about the emotion you have right now.
Just glad to get out of this stadium. Our home stadium at that with a win. We had a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of mistakes personally, but the team persevered and we still came out with a victory.
In the Clemson game, you got hurt pretty early. It may have affected you. What was your mindset going into this one?
I'm always hurt. Always banged up, man. I just got to play through it. It's a long season. You know you're going to get bruised a lot, but like I said, you just got to play through it. Everybody's hurt.
Reggie, thanks. Brad?
There's what they're doing, singing in front of the student section. 30-23, a big, big win for Georgia Tech.